Oh, hello. It's Jimmy J, aka Cryptographic, bringing you a little update on the crypto space in this crazy time right now. I'm sure a lot of you have been following along with ZetoMax and the HODL movement, and this really, it's a revolution that's happening in the crypto space right now. I mean, it's so exciting to see someone get out and I guess show crypto the respect that it's deserved, for a long time. I mean, it's almost like we've had the stock market, and then we've had all the major banks and all the centralized economy for a while, and we've been seeing for a while what happens when all these sort of dodgy trade practices and dodgy sort of like all these crazy things that the banks do with our money, and the fact that the government supports them and bails them out. And now we've got crypto, and crypto, at the start was showing so much promise, but it's becoming apparent now that there are a lot of folks that would like to see crypto turn into just the same thing that's been happening with the centralized economy, and all the same dodgy practices and the same the same harmful practices that are going to hurt people. They're going to bring people away from crypto. They're not going to bring new people in because they're going to go, well, it's all just a big joke. I mean, all these pump and dumps that go on, man, and it's harmful for the valuable coins as well, the coins that actually do have promise, actually do have something to show the world. And when people are coming in and pumping and dumping those coins, it's not going to help anything. But anyway, what I wanted to talk to you today about was a little coin, not so little anymore. It's definitely on the way up there, as you can see from the graph here. Siberian, sorry, let me say this right. I've been studying it. Siberian Chervonets, apparently, my man Crypto Jack. His YouTube channel is called Crypto Jack. Has given us a nice translation of what it actually means. Apparently it means Siberian tenure, the old money that used to be of the Soviet Republic and stuff like that. Anyway, so this coin, as you can see, has been jumped on by a group of smart investors, a group of people spurred on by the encouragement that we've seen in the chain coin HODL movement started by ZetoMax. And we have decided that we want to take a coin, and don't get me wrong, again, I hold chain coin as well. I'm rooting for chain coin as well. I love this movement. I think this movement is exactly what crypto needs. I think more people need to get on board and start having faith in their investments rather than just running around and investing in these random coins that they don't know what they're for, what they do, and hoping to get a quick buck out of them and joining in on all this shitty pump and dump madness that's been going on. So, but anyway, this movement, the HODL movement, I believe is bigger than Chaincoin. While I want Chaincoin to succeed, I believe the movement is bigger than Chaincoin, and I'm looking forward to seeing it stretch and grow even further in the cryptoverse, not just Siberian Chervonets or Sibcoin, let's call it Sibcoin from now on, but to other great value coins that really have something to offer people, really have something that's going to take them to the next level and spread the love, spread the spread the knowledge about cryptocurrency to people who are still stuck doing the same old rat race with your bank accounts and your taxes and all of that ugly shit that I'm sure we all want to get away from to a degree, Anyway, so let's have a look at this chart here. If we look at about 5 days ago here on the 14th, that's when a group of investors known as the Crypto Whales is a group of guys who research very, very deeply, doing a lot of qualitative, quantitative stuff into cryptocurrencies and trying to find those coins that are little known, but that they see have real promise, and they see trying to improve the world and trying to bring something better to the world, and then they see it as their job. They're kind of, these guys are really in the same vein as ZetoMax and that kind of thing. They're trying to start a revolution. They're trying to bring more awareness to the value of certain cryptocurrencies there, and they are the most important thing about them is that they are willing to back their investments, and they're not just going to run and hide if things aren't going their way one day, because we know the cryptocurrency market is so volatile. The swings are often so crazy. That's one of the things that scares your average Joe away from wanting to invest. But these guys are willing to stick with their coin. They're willing to back their investment to the end, and this is really encouraging. And this is the type of people that you want to be on board with if you're going to be going out there and trying to invest in these coins. And if you find a project that you believe in, that you know can bring something better to the world, then, I mean, you are the ones, we are the ones who give value to these coins, you know. So, I mean, Sibcoin, it has a strong following already in Russia. It's created, I mean, similar to, we all know ant shares, and I'm sure we all have some ant shares. If you don't have some ant shares, you should get some ant shares. But China and Russia and a lot of these other countries prefer to have their own development teams and their own R&D behind their products. They prefer not to just put all their money over into something that's managed by Americans. And to be honest, I mean, it's not a surprise why, you know what I mean? I mean, China for years, I don't know if you guys have seen the documentary The Coming War on China. That's a great documentary. But for years, America and the American government has tried to make China look like, you know, they were enemies of America and they were planning to attack America and all this shit. I mean, the fact of the matter is, China and Chinese delegates have been writing to America and trying to extend, you know, the offer of friendship and teamwork for all these years, and often these offers have just gone ignored by America, and America has continued setting up warheads dotted along the Chinese coast pointed at China. It's like, man, if you were China, right, if you were a Chinese citizen and you saw that a country was setting up basically a perimeter of fucking nuclear warheads just off your coast pointed at you, would you want to then be like, okay, I'm going to support their products, I'm going to go in and just like blindly follow anything that they do and try and raise it up? No, they want their own coin, they want their own blockchain technology, and AntShares is showing a lot of promise to be their version of, you know, Ethereum. It's often called the Chinese Ethereum, but I mean, there are a lot of differences to that with AntShares, and I'll actually be looking into AntShares more a bit later. But anyway, so Sibcoin, as you can see by this graph from the 14th here, I mean, that's all that I've got in the screen there right now. I mean, have a look at this trend line, people. Have a look at this. Just if we look at since this movement started, and the amount of people that have come on board, and it's so promising, it's unbelievable. I mean, look, yesterday at the end of the 18th, you can see here, up here, we had, I wonder if maybe you guys will be able to see this better. I don't know if you can even see that in the video, but you can see it up there, but not so much on the screen, I see. Anyway, if you look here, yesterday on the 18th, there was some strong resistance. There was a lot of sell action in here, and throughout this venture, there have been a lot of people who have bailed out at certain points. But that is even more encouraging to see that resistance, because if you saw just a smooth rise up there, you go, okay, it's a group of people. They got a lot of money. They're pumping this, and they're probably gonna dump this, right? This is probably gonna go back down. If you ever see a coin and you see on Twitter or you see on somewhere that someone's going, you know, invest in this coin, it's going to go to the moon, and then you look at the chart and you look at where it is and you see that it's up 150% in the last 3 days, and it's all green, it's all going straight up. Stay the fuck away, people, stay the fuck away, because someone's going to dump on you there. But this coin, you can see it's got all this resistance, all these, yeah, look, this thing's not really going to work for us. All these areas, one here, a little bit of one here, and then a big one here. A lot of people sold down here, and yet it is just raising its resistance lines, and it's bouncing back up off them every time. Right now it's been at the 7,000. Yesterday was a resistance line, and we're looking like we're up to about 7,500, 7,600, and it's bounced back up off that. And I can guarantee you, if you have a look at this tomorrow or whatever, this is the 19th today, if you have a look at this on the 20th, the resistance line will have climbed. It will be bouncing up off 80,000 Satoshis, sorry, and this thing is showing some very positive moves, guys. It's a good way to get on board with the HODL movement. Look into the HODL movement more. Follow Max on Twitter and High on Coins on YouTube. They're doing some great stuff there. But this movement, the HODL movement, is not something just for chain coin, just for this coin that, by all accounts, was not in a very good place before they started on it. This can spread to the rest of the cryptoverse, and it should be allowed to spread to the rest of the cryptoverse. So, I mean, I think the fact that Sibcoin was already on an upward trend since the start of this year is very encouraging. I mean, this thing has been, it's got, you know, I mean, the algorithm, they took the Dash algorithm, and then with the backing of the FSB, which is, for those of you that don't know, the new, you know, what the KGB is called, they took that algorithm and then improved it with the help of coders and backers and whatnot from the FSB, and that's now approved to be the official Russian blockchain algorithm. So these guys have a lot of backing behind them. We've all seen those Putin memes and a lot of those, and I mean, you know, something with the backing of the Russians is something that I would back to go quite far. We've all seen them in terms of space research, and you know, they really can band together. They're a country, whatever you may think of them, that are very good at banding together, getting in the same direction as a country, and then moving forward in that direction, rather than you know, a lot of the stuff we see in the Western worlds with just the straight up arguing every day in our parliament houses and question time and all that kind of thing. But anyway, I have a lot of faith in this coin. I'm going to see you guys again soon. There'll be more coins. Let me know what coins you want me to work on. And let me know about this intro that I had, because I'm trying to work on that too, but I'm a bit rusty with my After Effects and Cinema 4D skills, so let me know any constructive criticism you might have on that also. Anyway, good to be here. Glad to be getting into the YouTube space at this time. I think it's a better time than any to get into cryptocurrencies as well, and so that's why I've come over here to YouTube, and I'm interested in evangelizing and bringing up awareness and trying to spread that crypto love. You know it. See you guys later.